Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dennis Vang. In today's video, I want to share a success story of a client of mine who took my one-on-one coaching session for eBay Dropshipping. He was able to go from $0 to $3,000 in sales within 4 weeks. Now he's thinking about quitting his full-time job in order to go into a part-time job, so that way he can focus more on his business, which is eBay Dropshipping. His story is amazing, actually. His name is Austyn, by the way, and in just a short moment I'm going to show you guys an interview between him and I over Skype, and he's going to be talking about more about his success. Okay, so his story behind is he was a full-time employee at a retail store, I believe. I'm not sure exactly. Okay. And I remember he was telling me how he hated it because he was working long hours. He didn't have time for himself. When he get home, he would be sleeping, and then he would get up and he won't be able to do the things that he wanted to do in life. Okay, so he was looking for ways to make money while having more time for himself. And somewhere along the line, we connected, right? And I showed him a lot about. I kind of told him about eBay Dropshipping. In the beginning, he's a little bit hesitant, right? It took a while for me to actually get him to come on board and do dropshipping for himself. So, so the funny thing about this interview, okay? So during the interview, okay, he was only at $64 in profit, and he's only around, I believe it was like $800 in sales during the interview, okay? But 5 days later, it shoots up from $64 profit to $400 profit. I think so, might be $300, I'm not sure exactly, to $3,000 in sales 5 days, 5 days after the interview. And I'm going to show you some screenshots of the conversation between him and I through Facebook, and then I'll show you the interview. Okay, so after the interview, I'm gonna offer you guys a special announcement that you guys don't really want to miss out, so stay tuned and watch the video all the way. So I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dennis Vang. This is Austyn. He has a success story after taking my one-on-one coaching for eBay Dropshipping. Austyn, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Hi everybody, my name is Austyn. I started eBay Dropshipping back a couple of weeks ago. Well, I got introduced to it by Dennis here, and I didn't know a whole lot about it. It seemed, kind of, not possible and all this and that at first. So I took his one-on-one coaching after a little bit of, hesitation. And as of today, I've sold 10 items on my store within the last couple of weeks with just a little bit of knowledge that I've learned from Dennis and watching a couple of YouTube videos as well.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Within just a week, you said?
About a week or so, because I got my training, but then I didn't, start right away because I was trying to get a laptop and better setup going on there. But
wait, can you share the profit that you made within, let's say, 2 weeks? Would you say?
Yeah, now it's not the most impressive thing in the world because it's a huge learning curve. Plus, I've had a few. Let's say mess ups that was my fault, things I didn't calculate correctly and stuff. But total profit is $60.45 according to my chart.
Okay.
And that doesn't include using like Ebates and stuff like that to get cash back on stuff as well. I had money in there too, so you just don't get that right away. They do it periodically, every like 4 or 5 months, but that as well. So in total, it's pretty close to $100 if you put it all together. And this is with using customers' money, not mine. So it's pretty cool,
Right. So does this feel like passive income for you?
Well, at first it wasn't really super easy for me because I had to learn the process a little bit, which isn't super complicated, but there's a lot to it. But once you kind of understand what you're doing a little bit better, you can automate a lot of them processes, or at least make them quicker and faster. Mm-hmm. And then at that point, it's literally just as far as you listing and shipping out, and the rest of it you can automate if you know exactly what's going on.
Right.
At first, it was a little bit stressful because I didn't know everything. I still don't know everything. I'm not saying I know everything, but it took me a couple of days to kind of figure out the flow. And once I figured out the flow, it's passive pretty much. I mean, I get sales while I'm asleep.
You're making money while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
It's amazing, dude. I'm glad I'm able to help you with that.
In fact, I actually woke up this morning with a sale, and yesterday morning I woke up with a sale. It's almost been every day since I started doing this that I woke up at least 1 or 2 sales. And I set some of my profit margins kind of low as far as competition goes. Mm-hmm. Some of them, there ain't a whole lot of competition, so my profit margins are 15-20%,
Wow.
That's good, especially
good.
in a business like this. So you just got to find a product, look around, do your research, things like that. But it's not rocket science. I mean, anybody can learn how to do it,
That's true. So you said that anybody can learn. Do you need a degree? Do you need business license or?
No.
Right.
None of that. You need, well, I would say you probably want to have a laptop that would make it a lot more efficient, make it more passive. But as long as you have internet and something that can access the internet, you can probably do this. I mean, honestly.
Okay. And how much do you need to have money to buy the product?
Now, as far as buying the products, if you already have sold something on eBay before, you won't have any problems. Basically what will happen is as soon as the customer makes a purchase on eBay, the money will be deposited in your PayPal, and then use your PayPal funds that you receive from the customer to buy the pack or purchase the product from whatever website you're buying it from. Go straight to the customer, and then of course you got to pay like fees for eBay listing and stuff, but all of that will come out of that balance, so it's not anything you're paying out of pocket. The only situation where you would have to have any kind of startup money is if you're brand new to selling. But once you start delivering them items on time, I've only sold 10 items and they're already stopped holding my funds. At the first 4 or 5 items, they held my funds, so I had some extra money put back just to be on the safe side, so I could purchase them before the funds got released. But as soon as they're delivered, they release them. So you're really not out any money either way. It's just if you're a new seller, it's a bit of a step, more of a step, but already they stopped holding my funds. So
gotcha.
I'm not having that problem anymore, So.
All right. So Austyn, did you realize you are pretty much running a business or are already a business owner?
Well, yeah, but my biggest thing right now is I'm trying to work on having it more systematic, because I want to be able to list more than just a couple products a day. And I don't want to have to do every single step that is involved with it, because it can get overwhelming if you try to do everything at once. It's running yourself too thin. And in a business model like this, where basically you don't have to hold product, you shouldn't be worried about doing something like that. So it's systematic. And then once you have a system in place, like I've already got somewhat of a system, but it's easy. I mean, it's not hard at all.
Right. So we have 3 more questions, and then we're going to we need to wrap it up. So the next question would be, would you recommend eBay dropshipping to people?
I think it's a good business model for people that don't have a lot of upfront investment. I mean, you really don't need much of anything unless you're a new seller, like I said. But I think it's a good business model for people that don't have funds, or that want to make some passive income and all they have is a laptop or something, you know. It's not difficult. Like I said, I believe anybody could really do it and should definitely hop on board if you get an opportunity to do so.
Right. Okay. And actually, just last question here. Is there any question you wish I have asked you?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I know one big thing that I just want to throw out there, it kind of pertains to this, is that if you decide to do eBay drop shipping, I highly suggest that you do your product research and do it pretty thoroughly, because the biggest downfall to the whole deal, I mean, it's a great system. The biggest downfall is you selling products to customers that end up damaged or messed up and whatever, because then you have to deal with the return process, and it's on you. It's not on who you buy it from, it's on you because you're the seller. So that's one thing that I really think you should focus on, and that's what I've been doing a lot of since I started, because you got to build a store reputation. That's the only thing I wanted to add to.
Right. All right. Well, Austyn, it's been a pleasure to interview you, and I'm very happy to be able to help you make money while you're sleeping. That is one of the best feelings that anybody can feel, man.
Yeah, it's great to wake up to a sale.
Yeah. And knowing that you're making profit. Right. All right. Well, Austyn, that's all I got for you. And if there's any last word, you can say now before we end the interview here.
See you guys later.
Oh yeah. So if people wanted to ask you, if they wanted to reach out to you, would you be okay with that?
Oh yeah, certainly, man.
All right.
I mean, you can add me on Instagram or Facebook, one of the two. More of Instagram. My Instagram is actually Kevin. It's spelled KeeVuunn. That needs to be changed, but that's what it is for now. And I'm planning on, uploading more stuff about this whole drop shipping thing once I get back on social media.
Sounds good. Well, I'll definitely get them the link to your Facebook and your Instagram when I release this on YouTube and Facebook, so that way they can reach out to you. Okay. Well,
all right. Appreciate you, man.
All right. That is it for the interview. As you can see, he's having a great time, having a blast for himself. He seems to be having a blast for this year as well. I'm having a blast as well, because I'm able to help somebody else change their life and impact their life in a positive way. So my special announcement is around May 15, I'm going to be releasing a eBay dropshipping free course. Okay, this is going to be an introduction to eBay dropshipping. Okay, everything you need to know about eBay dropshipping. Now on May, I believe 28, that's when I'm going to be releasing the full course of eBay dropshipping. So that way you guys can check that out and start building your own store and hopefully achieve the same success that Austyn has achieved within 4 weeks. Now, if you don't want to wait, you want to get started right now and start your eBay dropshipping store, I do still offer my one-on-one coaching session. Just send me a message on my private Facebook page. Not private. Send me a private message to my personal Facebook page. It should be linked down below. The name is Dennis Vang, and send me a message. Refer the video here. Tell me how you find out about eBay dropshipping, and tell me that it is this video here, so that way I know where you're coming from. With that said, this is my real life YouTube channel where I mostly focus on entrepreneurship, eBay dropshipping, and kickboxing, Muay Thai, and MMA. This is kind of like who I am as Dennis Vang. So if you want to know more about either of those things that I just talked about, I'll be more than happy to have you click on the subscribe button down below and the notification bell, so that way you can get more awesome content like this. So with that said, my name is Dennis Vang. See you guys in the next video. Take care.